My name is Phelan. I'm the Online Teaching and Learning Coordinator with GradSchool at the University of Newcastle. My background is in environmental studies, teaching in environmental studies. I've been teaching face-to-face and also teaching online. I got involved with PATS through a multi-institution trial of PATS, and my role as Online Teaching and Learning Coordinator is all about supporting folks to do excellent teaching online, and PATS seemed to be something that could be really supportive of that in the online space. So I've had two roles with PATS here at Newcastle. One is as a mentor, so in a pair with a mentee, and that was with my good friend and colleague Bonnie, and Bonnie was new to teaching online, and we were going to be talking through in a collegial way anyway how she would go about that and so on. But PATS was fantastic for it because it provided a structure, if you like, for that ongoing collegial conversation that we were having. The other way that I've been engaged with PATS is trialling it in the online teaching space. So we've worked with two schools. One was Environmental and Life Sciences, and that was myself and Bonnie in one pair. And then the other school was the School of Education, and some folks over there worked as co-mentors using the PATS framework. I think PATS has been great for Bonnie and myself, and the two classes that Bonnie's been teaching online. Bonnie's very committed to her teaching anyway. I think a real benefit of PATS in terms of outcome is through structuring the conversation that we had. Bonnie was able to feel like she really had a handle on this activity, teaching online, which was new for her. I think a lot for folks, but even in a mentor role, I feel like I've learnt a great deal about teaching and teaching online in particular through the conversation the ongoing conversation that Bonnie and I have had, and I think that's been great. The focus is so much on the mentees or the people that are doing the teaching, but it's been really great for me as well, and I'm hoping that this is something that we can share more widely. I think there's some genius in PATS in two ways. One is that it really reinvigorates, if you like, that idea of collegiality in tertiary teaching, and that's something that maybe back in the day happened more, but in a contemporary setting sometimes is hard to find. People are always feeling so time pressured and all the rest of it. So that's the first part of genius in it. The second part is that it allows for that collegial activity to be recognised formally, because it is a formal scheme and so on. So that's how that happens. And I think that's fantastic because it gives an opportunity to institutions to really get behind the scheme, for example, by supporting it through, financially or through time relief or whatever it might be. I think PATS works best if the people who will be opening up their teaching for someone else, a trusted peer, to come and see that and talk it through with them and so on. I think it works best if it's that person that drives the PATS process. So rather than being a top-down thing, I think it's good if it's coming from bottom up, and particularly if it's coming from the person who's in the mentee role. That's not to say that there isn't a role for university institutions in it. They absolutely can be supporting the process from top down, but in terms of approach, I think it's more about carrot than stick, and I think if you go that way, then there's nothing to lose and there's everything to gain.